me, we're on the go. Let's go.
看完好欢乐的兄弟档，他们挟持的救护车人质可就没这么好过了。来自墨西哥的女星 Eiza 这一次以1-100集性感和帅气于一身，爆边看完真的要说女神好威啊
I would like to give you a virtual hug after watching this film. Bravo!
Thank you.
And shooting a movie is never easy, not to mention this time it's a Michael Bay movie. Tell us one word to describe the whole shooting process.
Exhilarating.
Definitely.
Hey! Don't move!
You say you were covered in dirt, sweat, and blood, and in one scene, a lot of blood. And you say it was raining and the air was blasting in your faces and you were scared. But we can't tell any of this except the being scared part.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why he loves filming practically. When you do things practical, it really just, it's really hard to emulate that sensation, you know? We had a couple of different ambulances so we had a stage where we had one, and then we had a couple that we were driving around in the city. And we would eventually always go back to the one on the street, even to do big scenes, because that feeling of being in the ambulance, driving on ongoing traffic is really hard to mimic on a stagnant, just stage. And there was days that we had to, obviously, for specific shots and angles, but it was really challenging, and we would be like, jumping, running around to keep that energy. But I mean, that was the hardest part of the film, just maintaining that consistency on the energy throughout the movie, because it all transpires within one day. So obviously, there can't be a jump of energy, so that was very exhausting.
What was your first day on set like? Were you nervous?
I was terrified. I don't think I've ever been more nervous in my life, but it was because of a multitude of things. I think that one was obviously, we were shooting in the middle of COVID. So it was all the protocols of being safe it was ramped up. We were really being extremely, extremely safe, because this was like at the beginning of last year, so there was no vaccines yet, so we had to be super safe. And then secondly, you know, I was playing an EMT in the middle of the biggest pandemic in the world, so I felt so much responsibility and pressure to do it right, so I was not cutting myself any slack. And then third of all, I was nervous because I was working with such an incredible cast and crew and director that I really wanted to live up to the expectation and show up. And so I was really nervous, but I'm really happy. I feel like it turned out really well, and you can't see that I'm nervous. It seems like I'm just stressed of being inside that ambulance.
Good job!
Yeah, it helped, it worked.
Yes.
虽然拍片正值疫情爆发很差，但39天的拍摄期中，刚好遇上 Eiza 的生日，结果当然非常 Michael Bay。
And how about your birthday, Len? Did they surprise you in any way?
Oh, they did, yes. Michael had some cakes, and obviously it can't be a Michael Bay movie without some fire, so it's so funny because he had this like fog machine, because he of course wanted the effect of not a boring birthday but a very Michael Bay birthday. And they gave me a torch because I couldn't blow the candles. So they turned the candle, they lit the candles with a torch, and then they gave me like a fire extinguisher to turn them off, but it caught fire, so I almost burnt Michael Bay. He was in front of me with a camera. I have the video, it's so funny. You see like the flame go into his face. So, you know, I was like, oh, this feels like an accurate Michael Bay movie in a Michael Bay birthday. It was perfect.
这次全台独家访问到 Michael Bay， 更是爆编辑珍珠港后，睽违20年才再度有机会1对1专访。这么难得遇上电影大师，当然要好好来解密一下关于他的那些传奇故事。